The gods are not external to us, but dwell within our own souls. These are the words of the divine Iamblichus. Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual connection, a desire to experience the divine directly? What if you could tap into a source of power that modern churches often overlook? What if you could talk to God directly every single day? What if you could draw strength and guidance from the source itself? This is the power of Theurgy, an ancient practice that the church doesn't want you to know about. They want you to believe you need intermediaries and their specific rituals. Their doctrines and dogma. They want to control your experience of God. But the truth is, everything you desire, healing, abundance, spiritual insight, is available to you through a direct relationship with the divine. Theurgy is the key, and they've been keeping it hidden for centuries. The gods want you to have all of this, ready to experience the divine directly. In this video, you'll discover Theurgy, an ancient practice that empowers you to connect with the divine and co-create your reality. We'll explore its origins, share practical techniques, and guide you towards henosis, a mystical union with the divine. Why is Theurgy often met with skepticism and even condemnation? Many mainstream religions emphasize faith and obedience, discouraging individual exploration of spiritual practices. They may label Theurgy as dangerous or heretical, but what if these institutions are afraid of the power you could unlock? What if they fear a world where individuals take control of their spiritual destinies? Theurgy is the art of ascending to the divine and becoming united with it. Iamblichus in De Mysteries. Theurgy has its modern roots in Neoplatonism, but it is older, stretching back to ancient Egyptian traditions and beyond. So what exactly is Theurgy? The word itself comes from the Greek theurgia, meaning divine work. It's a practice that bridges the gap between humanity and the divine, allowing us to actively participate in the spiritual realm. To understand Theurgy, we need to grasp its metaphysical foundation. Neoplatonism proposes that reality emanates from a single source, the one or the good. From this ultimate source flows the divine mind, nous, which contains the perfect forms of all things. From the nous emanates the world's soul, which animates the physical world we perceive with our senses. According to this model, our souls are like sparks of the divine, temporarily dwelling in the material world. Theurgy provides a way to ascend back through these levels of reality, to purify our souls and ultimately reunite with the One. It's about awakening the divine within and realizing our true nature. The whole universe is one living being which contains within itself all living beings. Proclus in Elements of Theology. Theurgy is not just a philosophical concept, it's a practical system of spiritual techniques. Through rituals, visualizations and invocations, we can align ourselves with the divine flow and invite those higher energies into our lives. This allows us to access spiritual power for healing, guidance and transformation. By working with spirits called daimons, who are responsible for the creation of the world as we experience it, we learn of our nature, our origin and the gods. By working with the saints, heroes and ascended human souls, we learn how we too can ascend up the spiral of creation. Imagine a great circle. On one end are the gods in their empyrean heavens, on the exact other end are you and me, mortal humans. In between these 2 points, daimons, spirits that bring messages and action from the gods. They descend from the cosmic realms and influence life in the manifested reality. These are the spirits we work with very closely to understand our condition as mortal beings, manifested in the material realm with a divine spark or soul. As we begin to understand our origins, we begin to glimpse our aim, to realize or remember our full divinity through the attainment of wisdom, through practices like invocation, prayer, devotion and meditation. We fix our minds on the heroes and saints who attained perfection in the living body and rose up the spheres to the gods. This is Theurgy in a nutshell, but there is so much more for you to explore. So if you're liking where this is going, hit like and subscribe before we get to the real juicy parts. Theurgy has a rich history, drawing inspiration from both ancient Greece and Egypt. In ancient Egypt, priests used rituals and incantations to invoke the gods and channel their power for healing, protection, and guidance. Neoplatonism, a philosophical system developed in the 3rd century AD, built upon these ideas, viewing the divine as a source of energy we can access through ritual, meditation, and prayer. The idea of Theurgy, of course, continues to flourish today in modern-day systems like the Golden Dawn or Thelema. Here, the goal of the magical aspirant is to achieve union with the Godhead and attain a state of consciousness and being where you are fully divinized. These systems are largely monotheistic and bound to Christian iconography. While they are effective for some, many find their approach and aesthetic unappealing. But never fear, there is a different avenue we suggest approaching. What if you could transport yourself to ancient Greece for a moment, enter the temples of old, and pray and commune directly with the gods themselves? Well, that is where we are going, and we know just the guides to get you there. Theurgy wouldn't be what it is today without the contributions of key figures in the Neoplatonic tradition. Let's meet some of these influential thinkers. Plotinus, around 204 or 5 to 270 AD, considered the founder of Neoplatonism, Plotinus laid the philosophical foundation for Theurgy. He described a hierarchical universe emanating from the One, the ultimate source of all existence. He believed that the soul could ascend through these levels to achieve union with the One. Porphyry, around 234 to about 305 AD, a student of Plotinus, Porphyry systematized his teacher's ideas and made them more accessible. He wrote extensively on philosophy, religion, and theurgy, emphasizing the importance of ethical living and purification in the pursuit of spiritual ascent. Iamblichus, around 245 to about 325 AD, Iamblichus took Theurgy to a new level, developing a complex system of rituals and practices designed to invoke divine powers. He believed that Theurgy could not only lead to personal transformation but also influence the world around us. Proclus, 412 to 485 AD Proclus, one of the last major Neoplatonists, further refined and expanded theurgical theory and practice. He emphasized the importance of understanding the divine hierarchy and working with specific deities to achieve specific goals. These philosophers and mystics, along with many others, helped shape Theurgy into a powerful system for spiritual growth and empowerment. Their insights continue to inspire and guide those who seek to connect with the divine and unlock their full potential. We've explored the origins and practices of Theurgy, but what is its ultimate aim? What are we striving for when we engage in these rituals and invocations? The answer lies in a single word: henosis. Henosis is the mystical union with the divine, the experience of oneness with the source of all creation. It's a state of transcendence where the individual self dissolves into the infinite, where the boundaries between human and divine melt away. Throughout history, mystics and sages from various traditions have described this state of union. They speak of an overwhelming sense of love, peace, and interconnectedness, a direct experience of the divine reality that lies beyond the limitations of our ordinary perception. In the context of Theurgy, henosis is the culmination of our spiritual journey. By purifying our souls and aligning ourselves with the divine flow, we gradually ascend through the levels of reality, ultimately returning to our source. It's a homecoming, a reintegration with the One from which we originated. While henosis may seem like a distant goal, it's important to remember that it's not just a final destination. Every step we take on the path of Theurgy, every act of purification and invocation, brings us closer to that state of union. And even glimpses of henosis, moments of profound connection and transcendence, can transform our lives and inspire us to continue our spiritual journey. But how do you actually perform Theurgy? It begins with cultivating inner purity and focus through practices like meditation and self-reflection. Then, through specific rituals, visualizations, and invocations, you can align yourself with divine energies and invite them into your life. This might involve creating sacred space, using symbols and offerings, and chanting or reciting sacred texts. Theurgy isn't just something you do in a temple or during a formal ritual. It's a way of life, a continuous process of aligning yourself with the divine. Here are 4 daily practices you can incorporate to start working in a theurgical manner. 1. Meditation. Begin each day with a few minutes of quiet contemplation. Focus on your breath, observe your thoughts without judgment, and cultivate a sense of inner stillness. This creates a foundation for connecting with the divine throughout the day. 2. Prayer and invocation. Instead of simply asking for things, use prayer as a way to connect with the divine presence within and around you. Offer gratitude, express your aspirations, and invoke the qualities you wish to cultivate, such as love, wisdom, or courage. For example, you could recite the Orphic hymns aloud daily. In the description, we have linked you to a free resource. 3. Journaling and reflection. At the end of the day, take some time to reflect on your experiences. Record your thoughts, feelings, and any insights you may have received. This helps you to track your progress, identify areas for growth, and deepen your understanding of yourself and the divine. You can even speak directly to the gods here in this format, petitioning them and then burning the page when you enter into ritual with them. 4. Acts of service. Theurgy is not just about personal transformation, it's about contributing to the well-being of the world. Find ways to serve others, whether it's through acts of kindness, volunteering, or simply offering a listening ear. This helps you to embody the divine qualities of compassion and generosity. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you'll begin to cultivate a theurgical mindset, opening yourself to the flow of divine energy and creating a life of meaning and purpose. Henosis, and why they are hiding it from you. The benefits of theurgical practice are profound. It can lead to increased intuition, healing, and a deeper connection to the divine. But the ultimate aim of Theurgy is henosis, mystical union with the divine. This isn't just an abstract concept. It's a direct experience of oneness with the source of all creation, a state of profound love, wisdom, and bliss. This was the aim of the mystic, the philosopher, the ritualist of antiquity, to attain union. Why is Theurgy shrouded in mystery and skepticism? Why have so many spiritual seekers never even heard of this powerful practice? The answer is simple. The Church has a vested interest in keeping you in the dark. They want you to believe that you need them. They want you to rely on their interpretations, their rituals, their authority. Theurgy threatens this control. It empowers you to connect with the divine directly, bypassing their intermediaries and dogma. Think about it. What if everyone could access divine wisdom and power for themselves? What if people no longer needed priests or pastors to tell them what to believe? The Church's power structure would crumble. They've used fear and misinformation to suppress theurgy for centuries. They've labeled it as dangerous, heretical, even demonic. But the truth is, they're afraid of your power. They're afraid of what you might become if you truly embraced your spiritual potential. It's time to break free from their control. It's time to reclaim the ancient wisdom that is your birthright. Theurgy is the key, and the Church can't keep it hidden forever. Addressing concerns and misconceptions and fears about spirit work. Now, some may worry that Theurgy is about manipulating or controlling divine forces or speaking to dark spirits who will corrupt your soul. But true Theurgy is about aligning yourself with the divine will, not bending it to your own desires. It's about co-creating with the universe in a way that benefits all beings. It's important to approach Theurgy with respect, humility, and a deep understanding of its principles. Theurgy reminds us that we are not passive recipients of divine grace, but active participants in our spiritual evolution. It's time to reclaim the power that lies within, to connect with the divine directly, and to create a life of meaning and purpose. We will continue to guide you down this path, exploring this and other ritual practices from late antiquity, and how you can keep growing your connection to the divine through Theurgy. I leave you with a final thought from the OG Plotinus. Withdraw into yourself and look. And if you do not find yourself beautiful yet, act as does the creator of a statue that is to be made beautiful. He cuts away here, he smooths there. He makes this line lighter, this other purer. until a lovely face has grown upon his work. So do you also cut away all that is excessive, straighten all that is crooked, bring light to all that is overcast, labour to make all one glow of beauty, and never cease chiselling your statue until there shall shine out on you from it the godlike splendour of virtue, until you shall see the perfect goodness surely established in the stainless shrine. Plotinus, Aeneid, verse 6.9. Theurgy is more than just an ancient practice, it's a promise. A promise that you can transcend the limitations of the mundane and tap into the infinite power of the divine. It's a promise that you can become the architect of your own spiritual destiny. Imagine a life where you're not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the cosmic dance. Imagine experiencing the world with a heightened sense of awareness, intuition, and connection. Imagine manifesting your deepest desires and contributing to the healing of the planet. Theurgy offers you the tools to achieve this. This is the promise of Theurgy, a life of purpose, power, and profound connection. It's time to reclaim your divine birthright and step into the fullness of your being. Before you go, I want to share with you 5 key resources which are in the video description. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on hidden spiritual truths.